And let me shut this TV off behind me because I'm sure that's background. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, I'm just going to start this all over again. I apologize. So thank you all for joining us tonight for the competitors meeting for the 2020 AmpSurf Home Break Championships. We're just going to go over some stuff, some things that have come up, and cover those, and then we'll go through the rules and everything, and then we will take questions on stuff as we go. Feel free to interject where you want to, and we'll try to get you the best answer we can. So first off, I just want to cover quickly the format on how you're going to submit waves and whatnot. So tomorrow the contest starts, and hopefully most people have their jerseys already. And so you can start submitting waves tomorrow. The contest is broken up into 6 heats over the series. So we have 3 series. We have September series, an October series, and November series. Each series has 2 heats. So I'll use September as the example. So September's first heat starts tomorrow. That goes from September 1st to September 16th, September 15th, and you'll be able to submit 4 waves, your best 4 waves during that 2-week period. And one of those, your highest scoring wave out of those 4 will count towards your 2 waves for the series. Then September 16th, the second heat starts of the September series. That goes from the 16th to the 30th, and you'll submit 4 more waves, and your best wave from those 4 will go towards your top 2 waves from the series and give you your final score. We are predicting that most will wait till the last day or so to submit their 4 waves, just so that they can maximize their opportunity to get their best possible waves. And I'm assuming as well they'll not want their competition to see their waves, because that happens also. So, but that's fine. We've put together some judges and everything. They know that they're going to be doing the majority of their work on those couple of days right after those heats end and everything. So, and that'll be the format. And so then at the end of September, we'll tally up those best 2 waves for everybody per division, and we'll announce the winners of the September series. And then October 1, the first heat starts for the October series, goes to October 15th. The nice thing that you get in October is you get 1 extra day, because it's 31 days in October. So you'll get a freebie day for the second heat of October. And then we'll go into November and do the exact same format again. And then hopefully within a couple of days of the end of the month of November, we'll announce the overall championships winners and whatnot. So a couple little things that have come up with the start of the event. So we've got some folks that their rash guards or jerseys, whatever you want to call them, haven't arrived yet. I know there's a couple guys in England. They're supposed to arrive tomorrow, so they probably won't get them either till tomorrow or the next day, or the second or third. So what we've, in discussion, we've decided that how we can handle that is, so for instance, I'll use Olivia as an example. So if she didn't get her rash guard till the evening of the 1st, we'll give her an extra day of submittal time for that first series heat in September. So that way she's not cheated out of a day because of mail processing or whatever. Those that sign up late, like we've been putting this out to sign up early to get these rash guards out, they will not be given that same caveat and that same amount of extra time. That's on them for not signing up in a timely manner for the event. We put out plenty of social media and information for folks to sign up. So, and then starting tomorrow, so tonight, the regular cost to enter the events ends. So for the full series sign up, it's currently $200, and for the September only, it's $75. Starting tomorrow, that will change to an expedited fee for it. So the single series entry for September will be $100, and the full series, the full event championships will be $250. And the reason for that is, if someone signs up, say tomorrow, we've got to ship them as fast as possible their jerseys so they can start competing. That's going to incur extra shipping costs on our end. So we're not trying to penalize anybody for signing up late or anything like that. We just want to make sure we're not burying ourselves in shipping costs and stuff like that. So that's the reason for that. I know some of you guys don't have screens on, but thumbs up if you understand that concept, or bumps up, whatever you've got. It's all good.
Dana, I don't have thumbs.
I know, that's why I said put bumps up or something. I don't know. You
Here,
could just.
wait. I can put this little thing that I do in class. Oh, look, there we go.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You can give me a peace sign though, Liv. There we go. Yeah. Oh, a heart sign, even better. I'll expect that every time now, and I will tell your teachers too.
Okay.
But I think that's fair to everybody and stuff on that. Another change. So we actually added a division today to the contest. We got a lot of feedback on one division, the kneeling division, and so we really wanted to our whole goal in doing this and everything else is always to promote and move the sport forward. And so after a lot of discussion and working with other people like Mo and others and ISA and them, we decided, AmpSurf as an organization, that we felt that some of our fellow surfers needed to have their own division. And i.e. guys like Martin Martinez out of Mexico and Parata, they surf in a very distinct style, which is they're missing a lower limb. I believe both are upper leg amputations or whatnot.
Above the knee.
Above the knee. Thank you. Sorry, my brain was skipping. I'm sick, guys. Come on. So anyway, we after a lot of discussion and everything else, we decided that we were going to create another division for, and we're calling it the PSU division, which is the PS upright division. And so it's a new division, and it's under review by the powers that be. But for us, it's what we've created, and it's on the contest page. So if you want to read all about it, there's a nice long full page thing that I wrote about it. You can check that out. But basically, it's for folks that surf in that style where they've got usually one lower extremity limb and one upper extremity limb that they're using to surf on, and so it gives them their own platform, and it moves them out of the kneeling division and into their own division, because the kneeling division is very strict in how you have to either be on your buttocks or on residual limbs or your knees, and so there's hardly any wiggle room at all in there. So anyway, so hopefully that's a positive thing. It seems like it is. It's well received by guys like Parata, and we hope that it helps to move things forward. And I want you guys all to know that that's one of our missions, is always to promote you guys, the athletes, and give you the best opportunities to compete. And so we want to always know you've got an open channel to us to discuss ideas and ways that we can improve the sport, and we'll always push those up to any other organizations and ruling committees and stuff like that, to try to make changes that always enhance our sport to make it a better sport. So I want to thank, they're not on here, but Doug's on here, but those that helped us in coming to the decision that we made. And I think it's a good move for our sport. And I think as athletes, we should be more involved in pushing our sport forward and making these types of helping make these types of moves and decisions to enhance the sport. So I will get off that soapbox now. I think that's pretty much the outside stuff. Doug, am I missing anything that I need to discuss before we go into the rules? Doug, are you there? You look asleep. Your glasses are fogged over. Doug, I think he fell asleep. Doug, did I miss anything?
We talking to me, Dana? Sorry, my machine just hung. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no worries. I was just saying
Dana?
I went over the new additional division and the stuff about the rash guards and all that. Was there anything
Okay.
extra I needed to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I'd obviously just like to go through the Clipero site and show everyone how to do that.
Oh yeah,
But I think
why don't we do that now
there.
before we get going to the rules and stuff? So Doug's going to show you guys how to upload your video. So I'm going to make him the host so he can share his screen, and then he'll show you everybody how to upload your videos to Clipero, because that's where everything's going to be going, and where the judges will be pulling down videos to do their scoring. All right, Doug, you are now the host.
Yeah. I'm seeing my screen now. Can you guys see that? Dana?
Yes, I can see it, Doug.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the first thing you'll have to do, like any website, is you'll have to create your own user ID. So when you connect to the Clipero site first time, where you see the AmpSurf at the top of the screen, that'll say register or sign in. So just register with your own details.
Hey,
then,
Doug, really quick.
Yeah.
So everyone, when you register, please register with your full name. Like I'll use Darian, so do Darian Hayes, and then whatever you represent, USA, Hawaii, Brazil, those 3-letter digits of who you are and where you're from. So your full name, and then so that way there on all your videos and everything else, will have that information for people to see. Thank you. Sorry, Doug.
No worries. So then once you've registered, you'll get to the home screen, which looks like this. All you do in the enter challenge, just put in AmpSurf, and that'll come up with the AmpSurf page. Click on the AmpSurf icon, the host. Now that shows you all of the challenges. They're called challenges on this website, but it shows you every division that we've got. And you can see we've got series 1 of 3. So this is for September. When we're going to October, it'll be the series 2 of 3, and then November series 3 of 3 for every single division. You can see along the top here, you've got the challenges that are available. And if you click on the entries, this will show you what entries you've submitted for this contest. So at the moment, all of the entries are showing as complete. Tomorrow morning, they will all look like this first category, entries open. I've just opened this just so I can show everyone how this works. So all you do is you find your category or your division that you're surfing in, and it'll look like this. It'll say enter. You just click enter. And then you're going to now add your entry. So I've added 2 sample entries because it takes a while to upload. So all you'll do is you'll do, say, test video 3, and you'll say add entry. And then you'll just search on your local drive for the video clip that you want to upload, and you just say open. Okay, once you've done that, you can see the video gets uploaded, and it starts uploading the video there. And then you click submit, and that will then put that entry into the onto the main web page. I'm not going to go through this one because it takes a while. So that's how you upload your video. And then if you go into the actual your division, you can see here there's 2 videos that have been uploaded. If I scroll down, you can see these are the 2 videos. They're both identical, but I've just done them as samples, so you can see the judges' score, what the judges have given you. It'll take, so we've got 3 judges. It'll take the average of all 3 judges. And if I click on the actual video, it will show me the wave. And that's what the judges will be looking at. You can see the score the judges have given. And the first judge has given that wave a 10, and their comment is great controlled ride. And then the second judge, you'll see the second judge comment, the third judge comment as you go through. And then when you go to the next video, same story. It's exactly the same wave. I just scored it differently to show you guys. Same wave. And then you can see there's the score, 4.5, short ride, good control. So that's what you'll see for each one. You guys will be able to see each other's waves. So when you log in, you'll be able to see your entries and everyone else's entries showing here. And you'll be able to click on their waves, see what their scores are, what their comments were. And then there's a leaderboard, which will then show you who's got the highest score on each of those waves. If there, for some reason, you've uploaded a wave by mistake, you can always go back and delete it, just with the delete button. But remember the rule that we've got 4 waves per 2 weeks that you're allowed to upload. So we're going to be scoring those waves. Once those waves are scored, you're not allowed to delete them. It'll be unfair to everyone else. So we'll be tracking that. There is no way to physically stop you from deleting it, but we will be keeping an eye on that.
Good.
And that's it. It's really that simple. There's nothing else to it. In the back end, yeah, there's a bit of work that the judges do, but the front end is really that simple. If you, I think I showed you, if you click on entries, so these are the 2 entries that test entries that I've put in. So if you've got your 8 entries for the month, they'll all be shown across here, this section. If you're stuck with anything, if you're not sure how to do anything, you're welcome to phone or email me. You guys should all have my contact details, and I'll gladly help you guys. Just please try to remember the time zones. That would be great. That's it. Are there any questions on the clearer side? These are all the different divisions. Oh, sorry, and one thing that will happen is, so whether you're surfing male or female, you will upload your video to this general division. We will break the men and women sections out when we start announcing the champions and who's leading. And I think it's nice that way, because I'm sure some of the ladies will kick the guys' butts, and it'll be nice to see some of the ladies at the top of the leaderboard. So I think it'll make it interesting and make it exciting. Okay. So that's it for me.
Great. Can you switch back host? I don't know if I can do that or not on this end. Let me see. Yeah, I think you need to switch back host, Doug, for me.
That's got to be a challenge.
No, I think if you just click on me, on my image, right click on it, I'll let you figure it out.
And now you're putting me under pressure.
Uh-oh. Stop your share. That'll help.
Okay, got it. Can you take over now?
I don't know. I will try. Okay, so hey, thank you, Doug, really quick. Hey, just to recap on that, I want to share. So when you, oh, here we go. Host disabled participant screen share. Okay. Oh, Doug, you have to make me host. I can't do anything.
Okay, done.
Or give up your hosting, whatever. Okay, thanks. Got it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So it's not showing me. I just wanted to recap on the so when you enter your stuff in, please be sure to put your name, your full name. So like Dana Cummings. Can you guys see that screen? That Word document? No, of course not. It'd be
Yes.
You can see the Word document?
Yes.
Okay, so your user ID on the site should be like mine, Dana Cummings USA. So whatever your name is, and then when you submit your videos, you should have your name, where you're from, what heat it is, and what wave it is. So September 1 through 15, wave 1 through, whatever number 4 is and stuff like that. We will send out a how-to document on how to do that, how to get on the site and all that stuff with screenshots and stuff. So Doug will be up till midnight tonight making that for you guys. And whatnot. And then we will open up, so Doug, start opening up we'll know when people upload their videos. So at the end of this call, it's already midnight around the world in certain places, and it's already September 1st, so we can go ahead and open that up now for submissions on all those divisions for the first series. I'm sorry?
I said I'm gonna go out right now.
That's what I figured. I wanted you to be able to get your sunset surf session in and have it count. So.
Actually, it's dark already.
Yeah,
It's cold.
We did that by design. Only Darian can do it because she's in Hawaii, I think, right now. So
It was 4:30.
So yeah, I don't think it'll make a huge difference either way. So very good. Okay, so I'm going to stop that share and see if it'll let me share. It does not want to do that, does it? For some reason, this thing is not being particularly helpful. So let me go over here. So now I'm going to do another screen share. Just hit share. Can you guys see the rules come up page?
Yep.
Excellent. So this is your sign up page on AmpSurf. I've been making these different posters every day. Hopefully people like them. I don't know, but I'm just picking pictures I think that'll make good posters. So they're all through this thing. But so divisions now, instead of having 30, we now have 32 divisions, male and female, 16 overall divisions. We have all of the ISA 8 major parasurf divisions, stand 1 through 3, prone 1 and 2, visually impaired 1 and 2, and kneel. And then we've added, as I was saying earlier, we've added an upright division, and we have a deaf, hard of hearing division, a wave ski division, an SUP division, PTS division, a wounded warriors division, cognitive or intellectual division, and short stature division. Now, as of today, those are the divisions we have. After the signups end for the overall championships here in a few days, and the September 1 closes, we will get rid of any divisions that don't have any signups in them, because moving forward, they're not going to count towards the overall championships. And this was just to see what we would get for divisions anyway. So we'll get rid of all the ones where we don't have enough people signed up for. We only need 1 per. So, and then on that note, if we end up, so I'll use the upright division as an example. Actually, I want to use that one. I want to use, I don't know. I'll use stand 1 and 2. So say stand 1 and 2, say we only get 1 rider in each one of those divisions. I know for a fact more than that. We will reach out to the athletes in the divisions where we are lacking participation in, and ask them if they are comfortable being combined with another division. So we'll ask both the lacking division and the non-lacking division athletes if they're okay. If everyone's okay with it, we will combine the divisions. If they are not, it's kind of like if you play poker, if you're going to split the pot, everyone has to agree to split the pot. So we're going to do the same type of thing here. So if all the athletes from each of those divisions agree, then we'll combine the divisions. If they don't, then we will not combine the divisions, because we want people to have their time. So that being said, say in stand 1, we only have 1 competitor. Darian, that would be you. And Liv, that would be you as well. I believe you guys are both in stand 1. So if it was just one of you, you would still need to submit your waves each month for your heat and get your scores and stuff like that. It wouldn't just be a gimme trophy. Like, you're going to actually have to surf and show us you can surf. So if that makes sense. And on that same note, if we have, on the other, obviously the other split up on this is male and female. So say stand one, we only have one male and 3 females. We will ask that division, are you okay combining that division into one division? And that's okay. I can see the response already on Liv, and that's okay. If that's fine. We'll leave that guy in his own division and stuff.
Yes.
No, that's fine. Hey guys, I get it. So there's no issues at all with that. But we are going to ask anyway, and as we go through all these divisions and everything, to try to. The idea is just to make it easier on judging and everything else, and make it more competitive in those divisions. But it's all good. Don't feel you're anyway. That's good to go. So not an issue at all. Okay, so does that make sense to everybody? Just give me a thumbs up if you're down with that, or heart shape. All right, perfect. Okay. Any questions on the divisions from anybody? Okay, hearing none. You only have 5 seconds to respond, or I move on. So no pressure. Yeah, there we go. Jeopardy. So here, full contest rules. So again, the format is any location is acceptable. So wherever your home break is, if your home break is the Wave in Bristol or Queens in Hawaii, it's all good. That's your home break. So you surf your home break, good. All your clips, videos you send in must be filmed during that series month and during the heat times, and they must have some form of date stamp as proof. I know some cameras don't allow you to put it on the actual video, but it should be in the metadata of the video, so that when we download it, we can see when that original date is of that video. So the key for all you athletes is to make sure your settings are correct on your cameras that you're using. So when you set up your camera, you can set the date and time on that camera. So it's the correct date and time. So make sure you do that. Make sure you don't delete that. Make sure you keep those cameras charged so it doesn't wipe itself out, or any other reason. But always make sure before you start filming that the correct date and time is stored on that camera, so you can make sure your videos won't get DQ'd. You must be wearing the AmpSurf contest jersey. So just plan on next few months, every time you're going out to film, wear that jersey. Yeah, myself personally, I'm going to wear that thing every day, every time I surf, so that every time I'm out there in the water, I'm in contest mode. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this contest, is to get everybody back in the swing of being in contest mode. So hopefully in 2021, when these contests start happening again, we can all be ready to go. Again, maximum of 8 uploads per month, 4 in the first half of the month, 4 in the second half of the month. Top 2 go towards your wave count. Only 1 wave per video that you upload, so don't go home and combine all four waves into one video. Submit 4 individual videos per 2-week period when you do that. And again, the top 2 waves, top 1 the first heat of the month, and the top 1 from the second heat of the month will go towards your winning and stuff like that. Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully it does. We are using as our foundation the ISA Para Surfing Rules and Regulations, but we are not sanctioned by the ISA for this event, and we will adapt those rules to the divisions that are not one of the 8 ISA divisions, i.e. the new PSU upright division is not an ISA division, but we've adapted the rules and regulations to that division as best as we possibly can. And we'll do that for all the others as well. And stuff. And by those rules, I used the PSK kneeling division. You must follow strictly those rules when you surf. Because we want to make sure everybody is competing fairly and at the same level in each division. So we're going to be strict on making sure people follow the rules. So, i.e., Liv and Darian, you guys can't strap a canoe oar on your arms and go out there and paddle. Now, can you use a prosthetic on your arms? Yes, you can. You can, as long as it's not longer than the length of what your arm would normally be. That's okay. We would want to. Anything like that you're going to do differently than you've done before. Liv, I'm going to keep using you as an example. Like you have those paddles that you use on your hands. If you were going to do something different, you would need to submit that ahead of time for approval, any type of device you were going to use, so we could pre-approve it. Not when you're submitting the videos, all of a sudden we see you've got these two oars on your canoe paddles on your hands, okay?
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
So referring to like the videos itself, like do you have to, so like what I've been doing for like another, or whenever we video, like see like the whole video, you see like the paddling and the finish of the wave. Is that like what you want? Like all of it?
Yeah, good question. Yes, so we need to see from when you catch the wave to when you finish the wave, because that affects the scoring of the wave. The way you get into the wave, and also the way, like if you have this beautiful wave, you do 6 maneuvers and then you fall off the board at the end, that's not going to help your score. So we want to see you finish the wave, and that's one of the things that judges look for at regular contests is how you finish your wave. If you just fall off your board every time, you're not showing mastery and control of the board and the wave. So you need to show that when you surf, you know how to finish a wave as well. Whether that's, turning out of it, just going down onto your belly, whatever it is, we want to see that finish. We want to see the whole wave from start to finish.
And like the whole takeoff, like everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything that would normally be judged in a surf contest, but it will help us a lot if you leave out the sitting waiting for the wave, because obviously we need to scroll through to the judging portion of it. So
yeah, we don't need to see you sit there for 20 minutes waiting for a wave. We just want to see when you start when you start to paddle into that wave and catch it to the end of the wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Dana and Doug.
There was also a question on the chat about what type of video format. The video format is not going to make any difference to the way we judge. We're going to be judging the wave and how you ride the wave. So, yeah, if it's not a high quality, we're going to do our best not to let that influence the way we judge the wave. Obviously a high quality recording is easier to watch, but I think the judges are skilled enough to know to look at the wave and not just the quality of the video. Yeah. But just make sure that it's good enough quality that we can see your maneuvers and see you riding in the critical part of the wave.
Yeah. And we need to be able to see that it's you is critical as well. I mean, the whole point of you submitting, is we need to know that's Darian Hayes on that wave, and that she's wearing that jersey and what. So, for instance, here in Pismo, there's a Surfline camera that sits on top of the Sea Venture Hotel and does the shows. Yeah, I could submit that video, but you would not be able to tell who I am or anything because it's so far away and I'm just a little tiny dot. You can see all my maneuvers for sure, but you wouldn't be able to tell who it was that I'm wearing my contest rash guard. So keep that in mind, and also keep in mind that the lower quality, the harder that is to be able to see who that person is and stuff like that. So just do yourself a favor and don't make that an issue when it comes to us judging the guys that are judging it and stuff. And I don't want them texting me or calling me, "Are you sure this is Darian Hayes? Because it looks like Liv Stone," something like that.
And also just a tip, if you're filming a wave from a pier or up high, you lose that impact of the critical part of the wave, someone riding in the critical part of the wave. But if you film it too low, you could get caught. The surfer could get caught behind a swell and you don't get the full impact of the wave. So it's a hard balance, but just try and be on the same level, perhaps fractionally higher than the person surfing, or in the water if you can. But I wouldn't recommend you take it from an elevated position, because you do lose some of that critical surfing just because of the elevation.
Yeah.
And I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Go
So
ahead.
when we're talking about this, so like obviously in competition, you've got like your interference and like all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
like these guys are out there maybe surfing with like a bunch of people one day. that might look like an interference? Like, are you like considering anything like that? Because if you somebody drop like you understand what I'm asking?
Well,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I
Go
was
ahead.
on a the other day that we got I think we submitted it
Yeah,
a while ago. But there was like a chick that I knew on a longboard just like kind of behind me, but she wasn't like,
And she was in like encouraging Liv the whole time, but maybe that looks like Liv was like interfering with her. So like, is that like considered at all? You
No.
understand what I'm asking?
Can I answer that?
Oh, please.
Yeah. So in a traditional surf contest, if someone drops in on another competitor, the person who drops in gets penalized.
Yeah.
And generally you don't mark up the inside surfer's wave. So there isn't really any way of us giving you guys a markup or an advantage if you get dropped in on. I think that's part of the reason why we're wanting everyone to wear the contest vests, just so that hopefully you'll get a little bit more respect in the water, a little bit more leeway in the water, and people won't drop in.
Depends where you're
Someone drops. Yeah.
Do
Good
that.
luck.
If someone drops in, I think, if you think it's going to be a good wave, keep it. But if not, get a better wave. There's no way, unfortunately, of fixing the drop in if it's not in a contest situation.
right. No, yeah, I get that. I think like,
Just ride them over. Dana does it, and it works well. You just ride them over once, and then you never see them again.
They learn quickly.
Just don't hurt your board.
no, I'm just thinking like, if like someone gets like a big hack and then nice cutback, and then the wave keeps going, but someone else drops in and they just kind of, back off and like get out of the wave. Like, that would be hard.
So we're not going to mark you down because someone drops in on you, but that person dropping in on you could limit your capability to ride the wave further. But there's nothing as remote judges that we can do it would be unfair to mark you up because of that. It would be unfair on the other competitors. And besides me coming down there and breaking the person's kneecaps, there's nothing we can do to that person. So yeah, it's one of the challenges of this online contest.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. I just wondered like, oh, what if someone got like this amazing turn and then like had to then go on their like then get out of it. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. I just wanted to clear that up.
Pleasure. And it's a very valid question. I'm sure everyone had that sort of something like that in mind. So come to Pismo. We don't have that problem. It's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's cold in Pismo.
Yeah.
Here in Southern California.
Yeah. Don't go out to Trussell's on Saturday afternoon or Saturday morning to do your waves. Just a thought. All right. So are we good on that?
Yeah. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
Pleasure.
So we'll have 3 judges judging the waves that are submitted. There'll be a scale of 1 to 10 with 2 decimal points. Surfer with the 2 highest scores, a combination of overall to the series total. And then points will be awarded for the series placing, and then that will determine the championship winner. So that's why after September 10, there's no, or September, whatever, the 7th or 10th, when we close down, there's not going to be any point in people signing up for the overall contest anymore after that, because they won't be able to enter. There's no way they'd be in the championship running if they didn't submit any waves in September. So judges are looking for your commitment and degree of difficulty when you're on the wave, your innovative and progressive maneuvers that you make, the variety of maneuvers you make, the combination of major maneuvers, your speed, power, and flow on the wave. And the wave score will be awarded for the extent the surfer best rides the wave that he or she catches. So the point of that is, like right now, it's flat as can be here in Pismo. So the waves are poor. But the guys in England surfing at the wave in Bristol have consistent perfect wave every time. So we're not looking so much at the wave as we're looking at the rider and how they're manipulating that wave with their board and the control that they show as they ride the wave. Does that make sense to everyone? Thumbs up? Cool. Thanks. And then back onto the video submission, quality, you can use whatever you want, iPhone, Surfline cameras, whatever, but we got to be able to see who you are and the complete wave. Formats that were brought up earlier, as far as, whether it's an MP4, an MOV, whatever the program will allow you to upload is fine. That doesn't matter. We've got the technology to watch any type, so that doesn't matter either. And we've got the technology to dig into it to find out the date and the time of the wave when it was created. So again, one wave per video submission, and they must be filmed in the submission month. And again, the heats are September 1 to 15. So, this is the model, September 16 to 30, and then it'll close for that first series on the 30th. That'll be the same for each month. So October will be October 1 to 15, 16 to 31, and then close on the 31st. Then November will be 1 to 15, 16 to 30, and close on the 30th. And again, we'll add the score, your best two waves in the first 2 weeks and the second 2 weeks together to determine where everybody's standing is and the points. Prizes, so money awarded for championship finishers, so people do all 3 series in each division, female and male. So half of your entry is all going towards prize pool money by division. So if your division has 3 people in it, that's going to cash prize of $300. And if your division has 10 people in it, it has a cash prize of $1,000. As we go over 10 participants per division, that gets broken down. So then first prize, so say we had 12 people in the PS1 division, first place would get $1,000, second place would get $200, and then cash and prizes after that. So in this scenario, like I did for here, if you had 18 people in that division, first place would be 1,000, second place 500, third place 300. And then after that's the cap on it. So if you had 20 people in that division, you'd have the exact same breakdown. Hopefully that all makes sense. I don't predict we're going to have any divisions with 18 plus people in them, but that would be awesome. I would love to have that problem. So on that note, please encourage people to sign up. We want people in this contest. We've got 50. How many have, Doug? 55 people right now?
55, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome anyway, as it is, to have that many for this type, never having done this type of event before. So pretty cool. Then we'll also we'll award some kind of trophy, medals, whatever, for the first through third finishers. And then we're also going to award cash prizes at the end of the whole thing for whoever had the best overall wave, the best wipeout, who's the most stoked, most improved in the series, the largest drop, the best style. We put some of these in here, like the most improved. So some of us have been on the series for quite a while, these different contests and stuff. We've been doing the circuit, but we have people that this is their first contest ever. So, if they're showing, wow, they started at this level. Now they're just at the end of this, they're just doing all sorts of crazy maneuvers and everything else. That's someone that would be in line for the most improved. Best overall, best wipeout, most stow. This could be anybody. So, but that's another way that we can reward people's efforts in the event and highlight them in the contest. So everybody knows the entry fees, $75 and $200. The one change I talked about earlier. So starting tomorrow, we'll have expedited entry fees for September and for the overall championships, and those will both expire. I think either on the 7th or the 10th they expire, and then we won't allow signups for those anymore. In October and November, we'll still have the same $75 entry fee right up until the same if we have to expedite those ones as well. Any challenges, you must send those in. So Darian, if you see a wave or something that Liv catches and you think that you think that girl that was behind her talking to her pushed her into the wave or something like that, you can challenge that. But you got to challenge. That means you got to be looking at those other people's submissions and stuff as well. And if you don't feel that a score is right, for one of your waves. You know, you can challenge that as well. If Doug scores you a 9.5 and you only thought you did a 7.5, personally, I wouldn't challenge it, but you could challenge that. And stuff. And on that note also, so and I should have said this about your submissions on your division. So if you're entered multiple divisions, so we have some people that are in multiple divisions, i.e. Like myself, I'm in the PS2 and the Warriors division. I can submit the same wave for each of those divisions. I don't have to have two completely separate waves, because if I get a great wave, I get a great wave. And I can use those for both of them. That's a different type of format than you'd have in a regular contest, but it's a fitting format, we think. So that should work. So that's pretty much all that. You've got an opportunity with Solo Shot. If we sent all this stuff out before, we can send it again. They'll take 20% off a camera, so you can get their 25 zoom camera for about $600. I know that's a chunk of change. But we've heard good things about them. I've heard pros and cons. I've heard more pros and cons. We just ordered one, so we're going to start test driving it tomorrow, and we'll let you guys know. Also, Surf Dog Ricochet stepped up and donated $1,000 towards the prize pool, so that'll get divided up between everybody. And then for Imprint, so we have contest shirts we had created. Anyone that was within the U.S. got those shirts with their jerseys. Our friends outside the country, we will send those out when we send out prizes and stuff like that. We just didn't get them in time to ship those with your jerseys to get them in time. So, of course, anyone signing up now will get it with theirs. And then CAF, if you've got a 2020 CAF grant, you are allowed to use some of that funding towards your entry fees for this. I mean, this is actually a great deal for anybody around the world to compete in a contest, because you don't have travel fees, you're not paying for hotels and meals and transportation, all that. All the transportation cost you have is your regular cost to get to your home break. So I would love to see more people from overseas sign up. So please encourage your fellow athletes to sign up. And last part here, just the asterisks. So all fees, rules, and prizes are subject to change and review. And there's no refunds on this contest because we're putting everything out to everybody. So all your entry fees are going towards the cash prize, and the other half is going towards paying for all the jerseys and all the other stuff to get out to everybody. So there really is no spare change. So we're not issuing refunds. And then again, we are using the ISA classification rules and regulations as they were written as of January 8th, 2020, but only in an unofficial capacity. I just want to stress that, just because we're not sanctioned by the ISA in any way, shape, or form, but we think that they have probably the highest level of classification, and so we are using those. And then the last part is just on the new division we created. So that's pretty much all of it. Questions, comments, critiques, go for it.
Hey, Dana, a couple of questions. First, home break challenge. Does it have to be the same break every video that you submit?
It does not. So if your home break today is Pismo Beach, awesome. If you take a road trip up to Santa Cruz and it's firing, surf Santa Cruz. Get a chance to go to the surf ranch, surf the ranch. No, it does not have to be your specific home break. Your home break is wherever you surf.
All right. Second, as far as equipment, mine may change markedly. I know I talked to you offline. I'm immediately post-op, so to try to get any waves in, I'm going to have to bring out one of my monster boards and basically use a sub, and I usually harp board. So am I going to be am I going to have to use the same type of equipment if I start on a long board? Am I going to not be able to transition it back to a short board?
No, you can, just like in a regular contest, if the conditions dictate, like, I've done this before at heats where my first heat, I took out the wrong board. And so, and luckily I made it through to the next round. I switched boards, same type of thing. Use whatever board is best for the conditions that you're surfing and best for you. And you can change it up. That's fine.
Okay, because normal ISA is you can't switch between longboard and shortboard, so that's why I was questioning it.
But they don't enforce that at least not at Worlds and the parasurfing events, they have not enforced that rule. Because I even at Worlds, I switched boards at Worlds.
Okay, fair. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Great questions too, Rob. Appreciate it. Anybody else got any questions? Hearing none. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thank you guys for the time this evening. I appreciate it. We are recording this. It'll probably take me a day to get it up online for everybody because it takes forever for it to create itself in the cloud. But as soon as I can, we'll get it up there to share, and on the website we'll post a link to our YouTube channel for it and stuff. Hey, on that note, please follow us on Facebook. That's where we're posting most 90% of the stuff. We've got your bios up there for a lot of the athletes. If you haven't set your bios in, please send those to Doug with a picture you want to use in your bio. For those of you who have done that already, thank you so much. But get those to Doug so he can get those up. We want people to see who's in the contest, and we want people to root for you and cheer you on and all that good stuff. So get that to Doug, and then please help us promote the event. Please use the hashtags AmpSurf and hashtag Home Break Championships. And every time you go out, even if you didn't catch the waves you want that day, take a picture of yourself in the jersey and post it up. Hey, I'm surfing my contest for the AmpSurf Home Break Championships, blah, 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 type of thing. It keeps the excitement alive, and hopefully it draws more attention to our sport.
And we'd like to make this an annual event. As soon as physical contents come back, there's no reason why we can't keep on doing this anyway, because it brings everyone throughout the world together at a minimal cost. So yeah, if we can keep it annual, it'll be great.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Everybody good? Give me a thumbs up. We're going to shut this puppy down. All right. Be well. Enjoy the surf. Start ripping.
Tapera is live. I've made everything live, so you guys can start filming and uploading right now. And good luck to everybody.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Kick butt.
Bye, guys.
Good luck, everybody. Have fun.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Good luck.
Thanks for all
Thanks.
the info.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
How do I leave?
It's just hit end down in the corner.
I know.
There's a corner.
I was sorry. I was looking at schools at San Luis Obispo.
There we go.
We got one of the best schools in the country up here. You got to come.
Yeah, San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly. I was looking there.